guys, what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and we're going to be showcasing some games that I got not only for my birthday, which was June 22nd, but also for the Pro Day sale at Gamestop. So essentially what the Pro Day sale was is you had to be a Pro member with Gamestop to get some decent deals on games. There were still deals for non-Pro members going on that day, but a majority of the sales that were like the big sales were going for Pro members. There were some stuff I wanted to showcase in this video for the Pro Day sale that unfortunately didn't come in correctly. So basically I ordered a SteelSeries headset, the Arctis 9X to be exact, and it was on sale for like 50 something bucks with my discount plus the Pro Day. And honestly, I jumped right on that one right away because I can't stand my Turtle Beach headset anymore. I don't know exactly what happened, but it's either the warehouse screwed up or an employee screwed up and got lazy because they ended up sending me over the wrong SteelSeries headset. So not really sure what happened there. I was waiting for that headset to come in for me to make this video, but now since it's going to be an even bigger delay, I might as well just showcase what I have already. Now you guys know I'm already going to be awaiting the actual 9X coming in. Well, hopefully soon. So this video is just going to showcase some games and then just some other things I got for my birthday as well. I didn't really get a crazy amount of things, but for stuff that I did get, it was pretty huge. So without further ado, let's just showcase the two things I got for my birthday. So some of you might notice the angle in which I'm recording this video is a bit different. That's because I didn't anticipate the monitor that I got for my birthday to be as big as it was. I knew 43 inches was big, but I didn't really think about how big it would actually be on my desk. And it turns out this Razer Kaio Pro webcam that I have doesn't really take long shots very well, so it was very blurry when I was trying to record it from the top of my monitor. I ended up just placing it in front of my monitor, and I'm just going to keep moving it up and down depending when I'm recording videos on it. So the monitor that I went with was a Gigabyte Aorus model. I forgot the exact number it was called, but it's the one that does HDMI 2.1, does 4K up to 144 hertz, and just overall is an amazing monitor, you know, variable refresh rate, all that extra stuff. So I'm really loving the monitor so far. As of right now, I only have my PS5 digital and Series S connected to it, while I have my Series X and PS5 in my main game room connected to my 4K 60Hz TV. So I'm still unsure whether I'm going to bring my main consoles into here or keep them in there, considering that's my room and that's usually where I play most of my games. But that's only because I have a couch in there. It's much more comfortable to play than sit at my desk. I don't always want to sit at my desk when playing games. So chances are I'm probably going to keep the lesser consoles in here, you know, the digital and the Series S, and keep the big ones in there, just because most of the games I play are single player and only do 60 hertz anyway, or will only run well at 60 FPS, and I'll prefer it that way. But that's just how it is right now. I'm really loving this monitor so far. I'm going to try to show just how big it really is. This, obviously you see my camera moving, but it's this thing, and then you got my old 4K monitor right there, and then you got my 1080p monitor right there. So this thing is a giant. It is a really cool monitor, and I'm loving it. I have no complaints with it. Yeah, it's really cool. Really wish that my webcam would have been able to take the long shot. I might honestly have to upgrade the cam somewhere in the future, because I can't stand keeping it this low and having to stare at the webcam. But hey, I kind of rambled about that for a little while. Let's show the next big thing I got for my birthday. So this one actually wasn't a gift. This was me kind of just spoiling myself, and I actually ended up buying this after Pro Day. So technically it was like a birthday present for me in a way, but it was more like me being like, hey, I need to upgrade my phone. And I kind of spoiled it without showing. I actually upgraded my phone. So I had the iPhone SE 2020 as my main phone for the past 2 years. Before that, I had the Razer phone that wasn't compatible with my service provider, and I kind of just kept it as like an iPod Touch for games at that point, while I was using my Motorola X, the X4, the last of the Moto X line, as my main phone. So essentially, the SE 2020 has been aging on me a bit, the battery's been garbage, so I figured I needed an upgrade. So I actually went back to Motorola and went for the Motorola Edge Plus. So a lot of people are actually preferring the Samsung Galaxy line of phones compared to these ones, and I'm not saying that I don't like those phones. My girlfriend actually just got the S22, and I was going to go for that phone, but I've trusted Motorola for years. I started with them on the Droid Turbo, and I love the hell out of that phone. That's probably my favorite phone of all time. Eventually, I went to the Moto X, and I love that phone. Lasted me a very long time, so I figured it'd only be natural for me to go for a company that I'm already very well familiar with, rather than going for something like Samsung, which I've never experimented before. And yes, I know as a tech reviewer, it might be cool for me to eventually jump on the Samsung bandwagon, but for now, I felt like choosing a company that I have faith in, and so far I am loving this phone. It's got the Snapdragon, I think it was 8 Gen 1, so it's a really nice CPU. I don't think it holds up compared to the Snapdragon 888, but this CPU on this one is powerful as hell. I mean, it runs GameCube games flawlessly, same with Wii games. I haven't tried the Switch emulator on it yet, but I don't think it's going to run that well. Regardless, it's a very powerful phone. 144 Hz looks amazing on it, although I usually keep it at 60 for the most part to lessen the drain of my battery. But I'm loving the phone so far. The interface is really cool. Screen is really big, so I can watch a lot of like cinematic movies on it. Like with Disney Plus, I've been watching Kenobi and all that stuff. I finished it on my TV, but those borders on the big TV and on my other phones just looked annoying. Watching them on this phone, there is no border because, well, this is a 21:9 phone, so it is very good for cinematics such as movies. So yeah, I'm really loving this phone so far. This didn't necessarily replace the Razer phone that I've been using for emulation because I'm still going to keep all the lower end emulators on those, such as anything below the GameCube, where this is going to kind of be GameCube and above. That's not to say the Razer phone can't play GameCube, it's just that this can do it a ton better. So somewhere down the line, I might make a video kind of comparing the two, even though they're like complete polar opposites now, plus many years apart from each other. But I think I'm going to make a video on that eventually, but I 100% am definitely going to make a video testing some emulation on this device because it really is really cool. I'm happy I got this phone, and honestly, I have no regrets, even if the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus maybe would have been a better option. But yeah, loving this phone. Okay, so one of the deals going on during Pro Day wasn't necessarily for Pro members. It was if you got 4 games for $9.99 and below, you would get them all for $20. Hell, that deal is still going on. But during Pro Day, since I was a Pro member, for Pro members, you can get 10% off and above on all pre-owned games when it came to being a Pro member. So on top of that deal I was getting where everything went down to $5, it actually went even lower due to the Pro membership giving me the discount on the games. So I got 4 games on that list to do that big deal, and the first one I'm going to show off is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So I have this game on the 360, and I believe I have it on PC as well. I haven't played a ton of it just yet. I am starting to collect for the PS3 once again, since my 360 collection has just grown so big that I really feel like I should start focusing on growing my other console collection. So what I played of it on the 360 so far was pretty good. I think I still like Skyrim better, but this is still a very solid Elder Scrolls game, and just having it on the PS3, I'm probably not going to be playing it, but it's still going to be in my collection. That was my main thing to do, just expand that collection that has needed to grow for quite a while. I think I'm almost at 100 games. I'm not sure if I hit the 100 mark yet, because I actually haven't counted in quite a while. So that was Oblivion. The next game I got was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the Xbox One. So a lot of people might not remember, but this was still when Activision and Xbox had a deal where they got the DLC a month earlier than PlayStation. Black Ops 3 was when Sony started getting the DLC first, which was directly after this one. So this was the last one on the Xbox One that actually had the deal with Activision before Sony kind of intercepted that deal. So a lot of people were very mixed on this one. There was a lot of people that loved it and a lot of people that hated it. I think most of the people that hated it only hated it after Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare came out, because I remember when this game came out, a lot of people were all over it. I thought the Exo suits were really cool. I thought Exo Zombies was a blast. I thought this game's story mode was also a masterpiece. So overall, this is one of my favorite Call of Duty games of all time. I played through it on PC when I first built my PC the year that this game came out, and I figured I would get it for my Xbox One and probably replay the story on my Series X, because it's really been a long time since I've actually played this game. So, very solid game. A lot of people were mixed on it, but I was one of the people that was very in love with the game. So yeah, that's the first 2 games. Let's look at the last 2 for that $9.99 and below game, $9.99 and below deal. So next up, we had Metro Exodus for the Xbox One with the Xbox One X enhancement. So I don't remember how much this game was actually going for. I just remember looking through the inventory of games that we had and basically just looking from the lowest price to the high price, and this is one that caught my eye. I did play Metro 2033 Redux way back then and enjoyed it a lot, so I figured adding another Metro game to my collection would be kind of cool. I'm not sure if this one was on Game Pass or not, but regardless, I wanted to expand on my Xbox One collection anyway, and this was one of the very few games that caught my mind that I actually wanted to get during the deal. So I ended up picking this one up. I probably am going to eventually play this on my Series X, despite it being an Xbox One X game. I don't know if it got the enhancements or not, but it definitely looks like a game I would definitely like to try out. And now that I have the Series X, I actually skipped over the One X and the PS4 Pro. I'm actually going to be able to see how good this game looks on a basically enhanced version of the game, because if I would have gotten this during the Xbox One line of when the consoles were still out, I would have played it on the base Xbox One and not had as good of a visual experience. So the very last game that I got during that $9.99 and below deal happened to be Watch Dogs 2. So I feel like this was the best Watch Dogs game that has come out thus far. Watch Dogs 1 was a decent game. It's just there was a lot of things that they could have that they had to build upon. I feel like this one was the perfect Watch Dogs game. It had a lot of things that just honestly were better than GTA 5 in a lot of ways. So me and my brother were playing this one. He had it on PS4. I had it on PC for a while because I actually won. I think NVIDIA either gave it away or I won it in a giveaway. I can't remember if it happened with that or it happened with some other game. I think it might have been Ghost Recon Wildlands I won the giveaway for, and this one just happened to be one that NVIDIA gave me for free. So the game was very solid. I don't think I ever finished it, but I do remember enjoying it quite a lot, and I'm looking forward to eventually revisiting this and playing it on my Series X. So that was all for the $9.99 and below deals. I have some extra games that I got during Pro Day that I'm going to showcase now. So another thing to note during Pro Day, from an employee perspective, there were some games that got knocked out of our system. So essentially what happens is after a decent amount of time, if a game just stops selling, there's no more demand for it, nobody's ever going to buy it again, GameStop usually just takes it out of the inventory and makes it to where it's basically a freebie at that point. So two of those games that were freebies that we actually were giving to pro members that were getting extra stuff kind of as like mystery gifts. Two of those games happen to be Batman games, one of them being Arkham Asylum, the other one being Arkham City. So I believe I have only actually played Arkham Knight when it first came out on PC, and if you guys were there when the game on PC first came out, you would realize my frustration with it. The game was broken, I got my refund just like half of Steam, and the game was actually delisted from Steam for a little while until the bugs were sorted out. So I never actually played a Batman game after that, and I honestly think I might give these ones a shot. I do have Arkham City on Xbox 360, I know that for a fact. I don't know if I have Arkham Asylum, because like I said, I don't have my entire collection by memory, but I do know that these are pretty solid games, and considering they were free, I figured, why not? I'll just pick them up. Don't worry, I didn't take all of GameStop's free game inventory. We gave plenty of them to pro members. So the very last game that I got during Pro Day, and the last game that's going to kick off the end of this video, is actually going to be a game that I didn't expect to see in my GameStop, but I just happened to be there on the perfect day. I found Guitar Hero Smash Hits for the Xbox 360. So any of you Guitar Hero players out there know that the Guitar Hero games are now going back up in value. I've been seeing this game for a lot more than it was worth back then, and kind of been avoiding it for the past few years. I have it on Wii, and I also have it on PS2, but I wanted the Xbox 360 version considering I like the Xbox 360 guitars better than the Wii guitars or the PS2 guitars, and I especially like how this game runs on 360 compared to the other consoles. So I picked up the Xbox 360 version of this game for only $20 before my discount and the Pro Day discount, and it honestly is a pretty good deal for this game considering what it goes for now. The game is in perfect condition. Hell, it was actually complete in the box. I had my little game warranty in there as well. So I was very happy to come across this game. I don't think I'll ever actually end up FCing every single song in this game unless I really sit down and play Guitar Hero a lot more and learn some more console songs, because I've really been playing a lot more Clone Hero than console songs nowadays. But this is ironically one of the community's least favorite Guitar Hero games. I would say Aerosmith is probably the one that we hate the most, and then this one is just right up there. I personally am not on that hate bandwagon for this game. I actually enjoyed this one. I think some of the charting was kind of garbage in terms of some of the note placement and stuff, especially with Through the Fire and Flames, but I did enjoy this game quite a lot. It was one of the games I probably put most of my hours in when I was playing it on the Wii, so that's that. That is every single game that I got during Pro Day, plus some extra stuff that I got for my birthday. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Like I said, I do plan to eventually sit down and actually make more videos. One little bit of an update I'm going to include in this, which I was actually going to put in a separate video, is that I am no longer going to Drexel. So I'm no longer going to that school because I wasn't able to make it through one of my calculus classes. The professor just sucked. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it straight up. Professor sucked, was making us use this program called Maple. It was just a pain in the ass, and I was not going. It was just screwing with my mind. It was making me feel depressed. It was just making me feel like garbage every single day. So I'm going back to community college to start my computer science degree from scratch, rather than doing my transfer credits and going to another school. I mean, my credits will still transfer, but I'm still going to stay local and do it at my community college and move a little bit slowly. My goal was to kind of get through this as fast as I could because I felt like I already wasted 2 years, but honestly, 21 years old, it's not that old. I got plenty of time, so I think at this point I'm just going to stay local and just go to college that way. I'm still going for computer science. I still plan to do my focus in game development. It's just going to take a bit longer than I was anticipating in the beginning, so I am here to stay. Hopefully that means now I can start recording more videos again, because when I was doing basically full-time work at Gamestop while also doing a calculus class, it just was not fun. So yeah, that's the end of my update, guys. Thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff for you soon. I will see you all in the next one.